This is the bike that will ruin all others for you. This is probably one of the most versatile bikes around, both in how many different ways you can ride it, but also in the fact that someone much taller and much shorter can be pretty comfortable on it. This is the brand new MT-09SP. I borrowed the new MT-09SP 3 years ago for a month. And then the next year I rode it on the track at champ school. Although there is one thing about it that may hold you back, which I'll get into later. For a 900, it's pretty light, so it's great for commuting. It's nimble, which made it great in twisty mountain roads. And you sit really upright on it. So personally, I'd say with some minor modifications, add a windscreen, add a bubble seat, maybe some saddlebags, then you have a long distance bike. I think this is why Champ School has MT-09SPs in their rental fleet. So let's get into the inside of this bike. What makes it so good? First, the suspension is next level. You get fully adjustable KYB forks with DLC-coated inner tubes for less friction. And on the back, a premium Olin shock with a remote reservoir and remote preload adjuster. This thing is track day ready right off the showroom floor. The Brembo Stylema monoblock calipers are lighter, stiffer, and dissipate heat better, aka fade-free braking when you're pushing hard. And it's even got a smart key system. Leave the key in your pocket and still control the ignition, fuel cap, and steering lock. But here's where it gets spicy. The SP gets exclusive track mode settings on the new 5-inch TFT display. You can fine-tune everything from engine braking to rear ABS that you won't see on the standard MT-09. There's even a dedicated lap timer mode because Yamaha knows you'll want to test yourself. It's all tied together with an R1 derived 6-axis IMU. So traction control, slide control, lift control, engine brake management, you can customize all of that. Toss in the R1M inspired premium finish, brushed swing arm, and exclusive liquid metal Raven paint, and you've got a Hyper Naked that looks as sharp as it rides. So I'm going to show you how it fits someone like me. So I'm 5'3", '75" tall, not all that swole. So I've got a 31-inch inseam down to the floor, 28-inch seam by Taylor's measurements. As you can see, I'm super tiptoe on it, but it's really light, so just putting one foot down, it's super manageable. And personally, I like a slightly taller bike because that makes it just that much more versatile for different riders. For reasons I'll be sharing on the channel soon, Whitney really saved my butt by being able to ride this bike when I couldn't. I really wanted you all to have the best possible view of what this bike is like, not just my assumption from years ago and walking around it, but with Whitney riding it on Tail the Dragon behind a professional racer, I think really gives you the best possible idea you can get of just how good this bike really is. So shout out to Whitney for taking one for the team and having a blast and riding Tail the Dragon when I couldn't. And she had something quite controversial to say about this bike.
They should really just kill the MT-09 and only allow the SP version.
So I definitely agree with Whitney on that when I rode the previous model in the mountains and at champ school. It's kind of a shorter wheelbase than you might expect for a 900, so it's just so nimble and it feels amazing in the curves.
All right, guys, I wasn't nervous until now. But to be honest, it's a perfect time to reacclimate to riding a motorcycle. It's been a while, but this bike is gonna make it pretty dang easy in those twisty curves. So already off the bat, it's a beautiful thing to see a TFT like this, and navigation is actually quite easy. And this is my first time playing around with it. Look at these. This shoots exhaust noise right into your head where it belongs. Another thing real quick, look at how sexy that is for $299. This bike packs a punch with its beloved 890cc inline 3 engine, delivering 117 horsepower and 68 foot-pounds of torque. It's a lively, versatile power plant that balances strong mid-range torque with rev-happy fun, making it a perfect fit for a variety of bikes. So why is Yamaha putting this engine across different models? It's actually a smart way to save costs while also offering a variety of bikes for different types of riders. For example, Honda uses the same 650cc inline 4 in the CB650R and the CBR 650R. Kawasaki shares its 649cc twin between the Ninja 650 and the Z650. Suzuki's SV650 and the SV650X both run the same V-twin. Husqvarna rides on the same 692.9cc engine as KTM's 690 models. It's all about maximizing efficiency without sacrificing variety.
The MT-09SP is the ultimate weapon for all of these curves. Holy crap. Awesome brake feel. This is a confidence building machine. It's so smooth and it's still just in street mode. I'll probably turn it on sport mode at the next stop.
Oh, and did we mention about the quick shifter?
Holy succulent auto blipper. Wow. That's worth the price bump if you ask me.
That is so cool. So here's one of my favorite things about some of these Yamahas. The exhaust. Have you noticed? Can you see it? Where is it? It's actually down here. So you're not gonna burn your legs or burn some saddlebags. It's just tucked away, out of the way. Pretty cool.
All right, let's figure this out. Turn it off. We gotta knock on it, see if it works. Oh, it worked! All right, note to self, 2024 MT-09SP. Gotta knock on it to get it to open. Actually, no, I think what happens is it automatically comes up after you switch it off, or it has the ability to, but then it locks while it's running.
So of all the 900 engine Yamahas, the MT-09SP might be my favorite. Sure, with the R9, you get the same engine, but it does have the fairings and the more aggressive seating position. So it's definitely more track rider type oriented. And the MT-09 just has less bells and whistles, and bells and whistles are kind of fun. And well, although the XSR 900 is so beautiful. And the Tracer is just more touring oriented. But I feel like the MT-09SP can almost serve the purpose that all of those other bikes also serve.
It had been years since I had ridden with a group, so naturally I got thrown straight into the big leagues. To say my riding was rusty would be an understatement. I was nervous, tentative, and out of rhythm. But after that first session, something clicked.
All right, guys, we've made it to stop number 2. It's time to eat lunch. I'm still alive. This is insane. It makes me miss my XSR 900 so much. The CP3 Soul runs through this bike. It's such an awesome, perfect tool for this sort of thing. It's a track day weapon. It's so comfy. They've come a long way since my first gen XSR.
The SP felt planted, responsive, like it had read my mind before I even finished the thought. Suddenly, I wasn't fighting the corners. I was flowing through them. I realized that in the moment that I didn't want a bike I had to wring out just to feel alive. I wanted torque. Smooth, punchy, apex to apex power, and SP delivered it in spades. This wasn't just the most fun I'd ever had on a group ride, it was the reminder I needed of why I ride and why I don't hang up my helmet for good.
Now that you know all about the MT-09SP, maybe you're an adrenaline junkie. Maybe you want more. So maybe you should check out Whitney's ride on the R9.